Darrington, who has been in the children's play for many, many years. And Bonnie has been in the play since you were a child. And so you have put a tremendous effort into test. And so Bonnie has a special presentation.
So tonight I'd like to introduce to you, this is Stephen Lichty with Rocky Mountain Power Foundation. They've been one of our very valued grantors for quite a few years. We actually, for about 3 years, back in the early 2000s, we received a Rocky Mountain Community Grant, and at the time, our rep with Rocky Mountain Power was named George Humboldt, and I came across the application for Rocky Mountain Power Foundation, and I approached George and said, I think I want to apply for this arts grant for our theater. What do you think of that? And he said, oh, you'd be a good candidate. Absolutely, you should apply. And I said, well, how much should I apply for? And he said, well, how much do you want? And I said, $1,000. And he said, well, if you want $1,000, you better write the grant for $2,000. And so I followed his advice, and I got a letter in the mail that said, this would be December of, I think, 2011. I got a letter in the mail that said, for your 2012 season, we will give you $2,000 to use on your play, which essentially doubled our budget. And if you remember Bree Corrington, who directed the play for quite a few years, I went over to her house in December, late at night, and she opened the door, and I showed her the letter, and we stood on her balcony jumping in circles and hugging. We were so excited. And so forever after, I will always think of jumping on ice, an icy staircase, and being excited about Rocky Mountain Power. So Steve was good enough to come tonight, and so in recognition of 10 years of support from Rocky Mountain Power Foundation, we wanted to present him with this photograph of our entire cast from last night. And also this plaque that recognizes what a valuable and generous partner they have been to us for the last 10 years. So.
This production is brought to you by our sponsors, Rocky Mountain Power Company and the Utah Raps Tax.
Don't forget the Utah Division of Arts and Museum and the National Endowment for the Arts.
But not one page of this glorious show could be performed without the continued unfailing support of Nibley City.
We are so happy to have such a large audience today and only ask for true consideration. Please silence your phones, remove any people, big or small, who are drumming out the performers, and keep the stairs clear because we will be using them throughout the entire show.
There are 193 kids and 91 adults who have worked hard for 14 days to bring this show together. We hope you enjoy the Sister Wizards. Once upon a time...
What? Did you already forget when it happened?
No, that's just how you tell a story.
That's not how I tell a story.
She has a point. Not every story starts the same way.
It was a dark and stormy night.
I'm pretty sure it was daytime.
And a nice day too.
Well, I think this sounded better than Once Upon a Time. At least dark and stormy night gives you some setting.
Once upon a time. It's classy and it's traditional.
Yeah, but it was just last year.
More like a year and a half.
It was exactly 1 year, 3 months, 25 days, 12 hours, 36 minutes, and 16 seconds ago. 17, 18. Well, I'm good with numbers.
Anyway, whenever it was,
Once upon a time.
there lived a farmer and his wife and their many children.
The oldest of these children were two beautiful young women.
morning, Annalie. What meat do you have this morning?
Good morning, Joy. Bacon and ham and service pasty. And half a cow. Other would like to know.
Oh, I don't think we have enough for a cake. Sure, Faith. Here you go.
Sore toes, bruises. We can help.
Runny nose, upset stomach. We have herbs for all of that.
Miss Joy, how are you this lovely morning?
Good morning, Mr. Sam. How is business?
I have no reason to complain. How's Slade?
It's doing well, Mr. Sam.
Yes, I think there might be a special lady who'd like to give a gift for her. No thanks. So, how's your family doing?
We're all doing well, Mr. Sam. You're so kind to us.
I have cabbage and peas, fresh picked and ready to eat.
No, thank you. I'd hoped to have a word with Maggie about my business. Your business? Yes, I was hoping to expand. It's wonderful. We just set up another cup. That's nice. Your business is going wonderful. Thank you. Are you planning on selling any new wares? Possibly. I've been tinkering on a couple pots of mine lately. That's great. Have you considered maybe making cloths? No, that's a good idea. I should definitely try some sometime. How's your family business been doing? Oh, it's been a great season. We've sold so many apples. And lots of other beauties. It's been great. Thanks. So well.
Good morning, Joy.
Good morning, my little friends. How are you all this morning?
Hungry as always. Hungry like always.
Mr. Sam, I'm sorry. What were you saying? No worries. I'll come back later.
Don't give them anything. It's just encouraging them.
But that's why I took it.
And that's why Joy is our favorite.
Fine, you know the rules.
Come on, Maggie. We haven't had anything to eat since yesterday.
Now, I'll help you.
If Joy's voice is the only voice I hear, then she gets every last one of the apples. 1, 2, 3.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Easy as 1, 2, 3. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, L, M, N, O, P. Q, and R, and S, and T. T, U, V. T, U, V. Q, R, S, T. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Then there's X, and what comes next? Easy as 1, 2, 3. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, L, M, N, O, P. U, N, R, N, S, and T. T, U, V. T, U, V. Q, R, S, T. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Then there's X
boys. Ramblers, X and Y and Z, X and Y and Z. That's the only way you're going to get ahead. Education!
That was a lot of apples. Did any of them pay?
We recited their ABCs from Happy. It's payment enough to hear their sweet voices.
Joy, we do need to make money and market today.
Steering isn't going to make us any money.
We don't care about money.
Make way for Keegan. Charles, Michael, Herbert, Godfrey, Fitzgerald, Andy.
You're all too kind. Happy Market Day, everyone.
Happy Market Day, King Charles.
Sire, I'm not sure this is appropriate for someone in your position.
What are you talking about, Helen?
Walking outside.
Sire, you are being entirely too casual, and I'm afraid common.
Nonsense. I like to go among my people and see personally how they're doing.
That's all very well, my king, but if we invaded or expanded, we could have more money and more goods without you dirtying your hands with the commoners.
Invaded at what cost?
Well, I'm sure there is danger, but think of all that we could gain.
You need to appreciate what's already in front of you. Take this hardworking family, for instance. Their harvest paid off with such abundance that they have last season's apples to take them out to this fine spring day.
Ma'am, we do not bring our produce to market to give away as charity. Now please step aside for our paying customers. Your Majesty, we are so honored by your presence. What can we interest you in on this fine day?
I can wait until you finish with the lady.
She is not a paying customer, Your Majesty. A length of lace is no substitute for cold hard cash.
May I see this lace?
But sire,
Minister of Economics.
Yes, Your Majesty.
What is the value of this lace?
The workmanship has verified it itself for loans going to name at the high market.
Thank you, Minister. Keeper of the robes.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Do we have a use for lace?
Your Majesty, this work would be a fine addition to your ceremonial robes or perhaps a wedding suit.
Ceremonial robes it is. Keeper, Minister of the Arts.
Sire, it's really magnificent. The keeper of the rope has a good eye.
Helen, better call the keeper of the purse to finish this transaction.
£1 an inch, 3 yards. Let's see, 3 yards is 108 Browns points, sire, or 10 silver pieces in it.
Would that be enough payment?
if I had fancy clothes and endless coins, I could be so generous. You see now why we need to make a change. My cousin will have us all in the poorhouse within a year. Be serious. Look, what we need to do is force his hand. If we can push him into a war with our neighbors, then we will see more money coming into our coffers. And if we can win that war, we will have access to all of their money as well.
He's a coward!
Now, what is it
silly buffoons. This is a serious conversation.
Based on the movement of the position of the planet president,
You can't count on him to come to this conclusion on his own. He needs to be prodded.
He's not out or even one of your soldiers. He needs to be quietly encouraged with
Are you trying to say subliminal?
subliminal messaging. Never mind, we just need to be sneaky.
Exactly my point. Now, let me tell you my plan.
Maggie, could you please fetch us some water from the well?
Sure.
It's okay, Mother. Maggie's busy.
Maggie, don't you dare let your sister do this alone with her leg like that.
What? I said I'd go. I'm in a hurry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Where are you going? Can we help you?
Thank you, sweet girl.
I am just headed to the well. If you could help me get a drink of water, I would be right as rain. Of course, we're headed there as well.
Joy, hurry up.
We're coming. My sister's a hard worker.
Is she not?
Of course, she's always coming up with new schemes for us to make more money. She's brilliant.
That is wonderful.
Do you live in town? Oh no, we live on a farm just outside of town. It's a big, beautiful piece of land with cropland and trees and a creek that runs through it all. It's my favorite place. Where do you live? Not far from here. My home's my favorite place as well. Maggie, can you get this nice lady a drink of water, please?
Fine.
Thank you, dear. Can I offer you any more help? No, but will you stay until my children come for me? As you will do? Of course, but there's no need for repayment.
Repay? What did you have in mind?
You're the
I desire to grant both of you your dearest wish. Garnish a piece of this. I'm not a genius. And it is yours.
I know exactly what I want.
To make a wish, you must say, I wish. And be very specific. Be specific. And you can't wish for more wishes. Wishes have great power. Take your time.
I don't even think about this. I wish to have the wealth of a queen.
The wealth of a queen!
Very well, Maggie. And for you, Joy?
Oh, I can't think of anything I would wish for. Everything is perfect just as it is.
You don't want to change anything?
No, not one thing.
Is that a wish? It sounded like a wish to me.
Can you do that? Keep everything in my life as it is right now?
Of course. Nothing is outside my power. Is that what you want?
Of course, but I don't want to interfere with Maggie's wish, though.
Oh, don't worry. We can do it with a pair of socks. She means paradox. Yep, we do it all the time. Remember that one time?
Hush, children. Let the first speak and make the wish.
Then I wish my life to stay the same, simple and predictable.
Very well, Joy. But be warned, you may not like the consequences of your wish. When that day comes, you may wish for your wish to be undone, but you may not make another.
I can't wait for my wealth. Do you think it'll just be in my bed when I get home? Or maybe my sock drawer? Oh, Joy, I have such a list of things I want to buy when I have all that money. And you, and Mother, and Father, and all the little ones will have to live in that old musty farmhouse anymore. And I can buy things from all the village guys and help everyone. This is the best day!
Good afternoon. Need help with your bucket?
I... I'm headed to the market. My family has been there all morning, and they are quite thirsty.
The market is over there.
Oh, I know. Are you headed to the market?
Yes, I am.
Hey, I can carry that.
Sorry, I was just trying to help.
Yeah, well, we don't need your help. Go back to your sheep. It's just a poor shepherd. It's not worth it.
I know, but he's kind and dependable.
But he can't give you anything. No new dresses, no financial security, no chocolate, no nothing.
I guess those things don't mean as much to me. Thanks.
Well, nobody's perfect, but the more money, the less likely I am to mind.
But he seems perfect to me.
Make way for King Godfrey.
That's enough, Max.
Halt. Stand aside until the king passes.
I think we can let these beautiful ladies pass first.
These aren't ladies, sire. They're farm girls.
And what's the difference, Helen? How well she... carries herself. Will you do me the honor of becoming my friend?
Absolutely, yes!
Keeper of the gardens. Our garden's ready for a royal celebration announcing our engagement.
Of course, Your Majesty. I told him I've been very young.
Well,
Guards, can you take my queen to be to her family, say goodbye, and then lead us to the castle?
Yes, sir. Now, attention.
Guards, bring this maid with us to the castle. Take her to learn her duty.
Even though sometimes they can be so dumb. Guards, Parker and Tyler, take her to her family. The rest of the guards with me.
Mother, father, and all you little people, I have an announcement to make.
No, I think she's so worthless.
If I did, it would be you.
Stop it. You can tell it's something good.
Of course it's good. It's the best news ever. I'm getting married.
Oh, sweetheart, did Tinker Sam finally ask you? He's been talking about this song all spring.
I'm not marrying some lowly tinker. I'm marrying the king.
The king, where is he? What has he done?
No, father, it isn't like that. He was very serious and he knelt down to ask him everything. I think he loves her. I hope he loves her. Was this the fairy student?
No, he must have appreciated my business-like mind.
Okay. Well then, good luck.
I'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
Farewell, Maggie.
Bye, Joy.
Farewell.
Little did they know, they would never see each other again.
What are you talking about? Wrong story, Emma. Yeah, Maggie was taken into the castle by guards.
The new rooms in the castle were bigger than the cottage your family owned.
Exactly 3.7 times.
Hey, Giant, go outside. Crush in the castle, Giant.
That's the kid show. What is wrong with you?
That's Jeffrey's beat stuff, not his sister wishes.
I like I can be stuck better.
King Charles is going to follow the fairies and make plans for a royal wedding.
Maggie spent the next week talking with the queen's attendants about all the preparations she needed to make.
Along with making preparations, she also spent 1,643 minutes reading the enormous volume.
My lady, the king has requested that his ministers and I take over the responsibility of teaching you what it means to be a queen. Yes, I've had all the lectures from my attendants. I get it. With loads of money comes loads of boring paperwork.
Of course, Your Majesty. But as the King's personal advisors, we are the best to help you understand what it means to be the King's partner in ruling the country.
Ruling? I hadn't even thought about that. Does that bring in more money?
It depends on how you rule, my lady.
Let's hear it then.
Let's start with the Minister of Economics.
What about the Minister of Education?
Minister of what now?
Education? He would be the one in charge of making sure people are being educated.
That's unnecessary. People handle that on their own.
Not as well as you seem to think. Do we have a royal architect? Could we build a school?
That will be me, my lady. I don't know what land is available, but I do have some blueprints for schools. For some labor and building materials, a single bullet school will cost, well, more than your family makes in a year, if you will forgive me for your forwardness.
Sounds like I might have some work to do.
Whatever you say, my lady. The Minister of Economics.
Does the country have money for the people to build a school?
My lady, I'm able to tell you that our lands are in good condition and our farmers are able to produce more than they need. However, as I'm sure you are aware, being that your family are farmers, more land is always needed to produce more crops as a wonderful country grows.
Could some of this land be used for schools?
That seems like a redundant question, my lady. We don't have the money, therefore we can't use the land for that purpose.
But if we had the money, I don't see why we couldn't. My lady, I am the keeper of the purse. Recently, the king's purse has seen a decrease in the money coming in. As the king's partner, it will be your role to find new sources for money so that the king and you can live in appropriate wealth and splendor.
Wealth and splendor? Does the crown have money to start a school? I know, I've asked this already, but I'm just trying to cover all my bases. This is really important to me.
Well then, it sounds like you need to find some money somewhere.
As the Minister of Health, I can assure you our people are in good health. However, there is a danger of disease in the country to the north because they don't have the same standards we do. It said that they don't wash their hands or brush their teeth. They have a sickness among them that we have never seen before in our country and could be very dangerous for our people.
How appalling!
Exactly. As the king's partner, you need to find ways to protect your people from such dangers.
Minister, my lady, as the Minister of War, I can tell you that the army is fully staffed and ready to take on any opposition of the throne.
Really? How big is the army?
There is 10. What I mean to say is that there is 100,000 of us.
Isn't that 1 million?
Yes. That's how many we have, ma'am.
Wow, I had no idea we had such an army. We could protect our borders from the north forever. There's no reason to worry about diseases then.
Of course, my lady. And I'm sure that it's better that we don't use our resources to claim the gold in the North Mountains.
Gold mines?
In the North Mountains, my lady. Completely untouched, never been mined.
There's a whole mountain of gold just out there for taking?
Technically, it's not ours, but
we could claim it. If they aren't making use of it, can we just ask for it?
Sadly, the king has asked. But they have refused and sworn to evade if we ask again.
That is not right. If they aren't using it, why can't we? What did the king say?
The king is willing to take the honor to claim it. The right circumstance.
So he would go get all that gold and allow us to ask him just right?
be careful, milady.
I'm sure we'll be careful.
I don't think we need all that gold. Please, my lady, don't do this. Please don't be so bold. But please let us not rush. We can't claim all that gold. This action is not just. You do not know what you are doing. This land has left us. It's for Come on, let's be bold. Let's take our tools and rush. Let's go claim all that gold. I know this cause is just. The gold that sits inside the hill. Its worth must be untold. Our coffers will be filled. Let's go get all that gold. I like this plan. We can definitely build a school with a whole mountain of gold.
Lady, the king would like you to accompany him to the market today. You'll see her will be your new bodyguard and is in charge of all security measures.
Any visitors you have, please close your gates. Welcome or otherwise. Your safety is my primary responsibility.
I think I'm pretty safe here inside my rooms, but it's nice to know you'll have my back outside these walls.
You will need to change, my lady.
I'm sure what I'm wearing is fine. It's just the market.
To be sure, but you will be queen. The people need to see you that way. And the king does too. I have just the thing.
Oh, well in that case, perhaps you all had better leave, gentlemen.
Unfortunately for Maggie, she will never again see the light of day. Nope. Get off, goat. You're done.
I got this.
Why can't we go just one show without Emma ruining everything?
Anyways, back to the story. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Every morning is joy.
Must keep counting the sheep. Counting the sheep is what I was born to do. So I'll keep count of all the sheep. I'll keep count of the sheep. Keep count of the sheep.
That just seems a bit much for a trip to the market.
I only had a couple of options. And I don't want the townspeople to mistake me for a farmer's daughter instead of a queen-to-be.
You can be both. I like my people to think I'm one of them.
Of course you do, my king. But I need them to remember I will be queen. You've always been respected and admired. I have to work at it. You do want them to admire me, don't you?
Of course. This is just overwhelming.
Thank you, my king. I must mingle among my subjects.
It won't be hard to keep an eye on her, at least.
Yes, indeed, sire.
The ambassador of Cumbria, the lady
Francesca.
I was hoping to discuss the benefits to be had by our trade agreement.
Of course, Plutarch. The Queen of Cumbria is most anxious to get everything settled. War would be a costly business on both sides.
I completely agree. The Minister of Economics has told me that trading with your country will bring both of our countries more money, which is much better for us.
I'm so glad to see it that way. We were concerned that your interest in the gold mines would be a problem.
Of course not. I would never try to take something that wasn't mine.
That is excellent news.
I like to shop during market days. You're welcome to look around and see what our common folk have to offer. Actually, my steward can show you around and answer any other questions you might have.
Do you have any questions, my lady?
Who would you say is closest to the king? I would like to know what is really in his heart.
Well, the queen-to-be, of course. She must know all of his secrets, even ones that he wouldn't tell us. She is a commoner, though, so you might find her difficult to talk to.
Let me be the judge of that. Where is she?
Can you imagine a whole mountain of gold that no one even wants? Now all I have to do is tell my husband, future husband, how much I and the country need the gold, and he will take his million-man army he has and go get it for me. He already wants it for the economy. It's all the money in a country.
But why does he want gold from somewhere else? Yeah, you can't eat it. That's not what I meant.
I get it. The king is greedy.
He is not greedy. The gold will help everyone. He is generous and wouldn't just store it away. He'd help people with it.
Future wife.
Well, who would know him better? He is going to get that gold.
Hey kiddo, are you doing okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Uh-huh, I can see that. Do you want to talk about it?
Talk about what?
Your upcoming marriage ring? Is that what's bothering you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would feel right, you know?
What did that guy do?
No, nothing. King Charles is a perfect gentleman father. It's just, I'm not very queenly. I don't know how to talk, how to act, how to dress, how to do anything.
That's okay. No one expects you to know how to be queen in a day. It takes time to learn how to do things. Did I ever tell you about the first orchard I planted?
This isn't really the same, Father.
Sure it is. I put everything we had into those trees, and all in hopes on them producing enough to make money and market that very year. I just didn't seem to realize that it takes time for apple trees to get big enough to produce the kind of crop we needed. I was very frustrated when year after year we had to struggle to make do without the extra income that those apples provided because the orchard wasn't big enough to produce enough to provide for the family for 5 years. You, and Faith, and Joy were all grown during that time, and I felt like I had let you all down because we had to struggle so much. My inexperience made our lives harder than they needed to be.
But what if my inexperience does that to the whole country?
Then, like your mother and I, you'll learn from it. That's what life is made of, opportunities to learn. We learn from our work and our mistakes, and we make the life we want. Maybe what you need to decide is being queen really the life you want?
I thought so.
They can give you the blessings of comfort or get you in trouble.
Father, come quickly. Mother needs you. Millie's stuck on the roof again. That kid never learned. Maggie, are you okay?
Of course, I'm getting everything I ever wanted.
Really? I can't tell if my wish even worked.
That's probably because you wish for nothing to change. How would you even notice?
I guess something would change.
Like a certain shepherd would notice you?
I just feel so trapped suddenly.
Yeah,
I can't even seem to change my
too.
clothes.
Making wishes for my life to not change, but as I see him standing right there, no, I want to have some things that just stay the same. I wish that he would notice me. Making wishes for my life to improve, but as I see them standing right there, though I want to have some things that change in my life, I wish I could keep my family near.
Be careful what you wish for. You may need them dead.
Stop it, you're scaring the children.
And what's the point of the story?
Yeah, no spoilers, even for you.
And we still have 28 pages to go, so be patient. Maggie and Joy are both a little trapped by the witches.
The ambassador lives for a city without confronting anything, so he doesn't know that the steward lied to him and the queen to me.
See? War. Someone is going to die.
Any more of your negativity, Emma, and we're not going to let you back on stage.
This is a really stressful time all around. I think we need something to lighten the mood.
I know some good jokes. Never mind your jokes.
Yeah, let's get back to the castle and see how the
ambassador returned to sign the trade agreement?
No, Your Majesty.
It's only been a few days. Perhaps she needs to consult with her queen.
Certainly, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Border patrols have identified activity on our northern border.
What sort of activity?
I'll let our scout explain.
What sort of invasion?
Kill Saul and take our land.
Can't be. We were just discussing an alliance.
Why? I asked, what are we going to do about it?
Wise words. Thank you, Scout. Go get something from the kitchen while we let the king think what is to be done. Sire, all of your advisors are here. What is to be done?
Minister of War. Wait, Minister of Transportation.
Yes, Your Majesty.
What's the condition of our roads to Cumbria?
Good, sire. We have been improving them for trade purposes. Here are please.
Thank you, Minister. Minister of War.
Yes, Your Majesty.
How many active military do we have that we can send straight to the front lines?
10, sire.
10? Like 10 cohorts or squadrons or something?
No, I literally mean 10, including me. It was the growing season, and we were at war, so I sent everybody home.
We'll need to call them all back.
That could take weeks, sire.
Doesn't sound like we have weeks, Captain. How many able-bodied men can we call from just the nearest villages?
Not sure, but maybe 1,000.
We'll need to do that. We need to leave by morning. There's no time to lose.
Evening, mates. Have a question, everyone.
Looking good.
Mickey Meter, go who can you start picking?
I've had a good crop of herbs to sell to the apothecary. There's been so many berries that we've hired small kids to help.
This has been a very good year and it's just going to get better.
Hear ye, hear ye. Cumbria is preparing to invade our country. Our beloved king has asked all able-bodied men to join in to protect our land.
Come join the army.
Come join the army.
And will you come with me, my people? Will you come and join the fight? I didn't ask for this war. The cost will be quite high. I promise you, my people, I really just want peace. But I will fight for our home till our enemy will cease.
Join us
way, folks. It's all under control.
So King Charles of Mercia took his people to fight the people of Cumbria.
His cousin, the steward, led the people who were left behind.
On the steward's side were all of the king's advisors who supported Helen.
Maggie and Joy watched their father and the shepherd Sebastian go off with the king.
I ran the numbers, guys, and there's no way Mercia has any kind of chance against the Cumbrian army.
Don't turn into Emma.
Yeah, King Charles could face any army and win. He's the best.
He is mighty, but this was a scary moment anyway.
Sebastian's mom cried for 3 whole days. The people finally stood up to Helen.
We have heard enough of your concerns that we can make a judgment. Due to the lack of men because of the war and the increased requirement for food, also due to the war, I decree that we decrease the minimum work age to 6 years old. Put those kids to work, people!
Be sure to give them a 10-minute break every 3 hours for their health.
What if we raise taxes too? I mean, as an incentive to work harder.
Does that actually work?
Thank you, my ministers. I hereby institute a 7-day work week. As long as there is daylight, everyone can work. And those who refuse to work will be required to pay a fine of 100 gold pieces.
That's outrageous. First you start a war that takes away our best workers just at harvest time, and now you're asking us to make our small children do work meant for adults, or we'll owe you more money than most of us make in 10 years?
You are not the king. You can't do this.
Dad, you can't do this.
I am in charge while the king is gone. All right?
And everyone should work some days away for the highest output.
Stop. This isn't right. Thank you. I'll remember that you backed me up. I'm not backing you. You know that the king wouldn't approve of any of this. He didn't want to take all those men to war, but he had to because Cumbria is gathering an invasion. He is trying to protect us, and I'm trying to do my job. Your job? While the king is gone, I am in charge, and the kingdom needs to make money. You're in charge? Says who? I am the king's first cousin and heir. And steward. You would know that would make me his heir if you read the law book we had given you. I did read it, and you're not the king. Your job is to do what the king would do, not exactly the opposite. How are you going to explain any of this when he gets back? He won't be coming back. King Charles went to war because I said your commoner queen has been misled, and this little war will kill him dead. So now the queen is me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, and this little war will kill him dead. So now the queen is me, oh.
I don't know who to be more angry with. You both make me sick.
Let's take back the kingdom from this. I don't even know words bad enough to describe you, Helen. We have never seen a meaner king, and you're gonna
this, guys. We don't have to just. Don't touch my crown! Don't touch my crown, please!
I can't believe this is happening. The king could die, and that. All of the above. She can't be king or queen or whatever. She just can't. She's the worst. And I helped her. Oh, I feel so bad. We need to tell the king, but I don't know how to get to him.
I can go get him. I need to get back to the castle and get my horse.
You'll need all of us. We'll capture.
Actually, I need my sister. This is where it all started, so I think we should be here to finish it. Thank you.
Alright, everyone who's coming with me, you need to go now. My lady, the bishop will say must come first.
I understand. Go, quickly.
I have weeded this garden patch 3 times, and they keep growing back.
I wish he'd stop. This is exhausting.
Joy, are you coming in for lunch?
Yes, Mother. I'm not making any headway here.
What are you working on, dear?
I want to have my own little garden spot so I can grow some herbs or flowers.
Oh, that sounds lovely. When are you going to start?
I've been working on it for an hour.
I don't want to criticize, but those are all weeds. Well, look, thistle might be useful if we dry it and...
I know, Mother. I need, like, every weed I've removed has grown back. It's like magic.
Magic? Why would you say that?
Watch. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
It's been like this ever since that day at the well. I can't even try anything new. I ruin it. Remember that plum pudding the other day? I followed it exactly as written. And it never even set up, never even mixed properly. Ruined!
The well? You had something happen at the well?
Maggie and I gave this nice lady a drink at the well. And then she turned into a fairy and she said she'd grant our wishes.
Oh no. Let me guess. Maggie wished to be queen and you wished... Actually, what did you wish for? I can't imagine what you would want that would result in failed plum cake and a weedy garden patch.
I wished for nothing to change. I've always lived my life just as it is.
Those fairies? This isn't the first time they've done something like this.
Really? I was wondering if it really happened.
Oh, it happened, alright.
Really? Did it happen to you? How do you know all about this?
It didn't happen to me. It happened to my great Aunt Bee and Aunt Rose.
Really? I've never heard this story before.
Oh, Aunt Bee was a great storyteller, you know. But she always felt like Nana Rose didn't want her to tell this particular story. It stayed with me in the end, even though Nana Rose would stop to it after a couple times being told. The two girls were much like you and Maggie, and when the fairies offered them the wishes, they asked for similar things. To be queen, to be comfortable. Nana Rose received a comfortable home and got just exactly what she needed. Great Aunt B got all that she wanted, but it ended badly.
So she regretted her wish?
She never said. The story ended with Great Aunt B coming to live with Nana Rose in a comfortable home. And the moral is that we have all that we need right here.
Exactly! That's how I felt. Except now, I can't even try anything new. I can't get the shepherd boy to notice me. I can't weed a garden patch. I can't...
What shepherd boy?
Never mind about that. We don't need to get into my love life, or lack thereof.
Alright, I'll let it pass for now.
So, do you know how to fix this?
No, I've never met the fairies myself. I've always been content to make my own choices and be in charge of my own life, if you can understand the analogy.
So you never wanted the security your grandmother had?
Sometimes. But I saw what the wishes cost both my great aunt and my grandmother. I never wanted that sense of helplessness in my own life.
Exactly. Helplessness is exactly the right word. I just want to make something happen. But I suddenly feel trapped in my own choices. I can't even seem to change my clothes.
Making wishes, they can grant you the beggars desire, but you must be careful. Making wishes, they can bring you the blessings of comfort or get you in trouble. Making wishes, though it may seem a blessing to not work for what you hold dear, every wish in your heart will come to you if you will just do the work and persevere.
Go, Joey. Get your life back.
Maggie?
Oh, Joy, I'm so glad you're here. Help me fix this.
Really? You want to fix this? I thought I was the only one who wanted to change the wishes.
Your life is perfect, and your wish makes that permanent. Why change it?
Because I want my own life. I don't want a life that never changes. I just want to fall in love, grow my own garden, learn a new recipe, change my clothes.
Your wish did all that? Or I guess, prevented all that?
It has to have been. There's no logical or reasonable explanation for weeds growing back within seconds of being pulled up.
Or King asking to marry me when we've hardly ever spoken?
Oh, Maggie, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking.
It's okay. I know, Joy, but I don't think I want my wish anymore either. It just hasn't been as freeing or happy as I thought what would be. I've made such a mess of this.
But you're going to do so much good, Maggie.
And I still will. I just won't wait till I'm queen to do it.
Do you still want to be queen, though?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to earn the wealth and respect that I want, and I'd rather not marry a total stranger.
That's good. I was kind of concerned about that. So, what do we do? How do we fix this?
Let me see if I can remember. Okay. She said, dearest wish.
Yes, just the one.
And something about Pacific.
Ooh, and a pair of socks.
That makes no sense.
Right, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the fairy queen gave us her wishes, and then she gave us a warning.
Right. And she said, we can't make another one, but we could ask that it be undone.
Yes. So, how do we do that exactly?
Well, we made our wishes out loud, so I'm guessing we can ask them to be undone the same way.
Are you sure you want the wishes undone?
most desired, but you must be careful. Making wishes, they can give you a blessing of comfort or get you in trouble. Making wishes.
Maggie, look, they're here!
Girls, how are you enjoying your wishes?
That's why we are here.
Please, Fairy Queen, please take the wishes back.
You wish for them to be undone?
Yes, please.
And is this what you want as well, Maggie?
Yes, it is what I want.
Hush, children. Let them speak and get ready.
I wished a wish, just the one, but now I wish the wish undone.
Let it be so.
Did it work?
Look, it's the bucket from the day we made our wishes.
Here, let's carry it back to market. We'll know when we get there if the wishes have been undone. I'll take it.
It looks pretty heavy.
Oh, yeah, well, if we work together, maybe it won't be quite so heavy.
Good afternoon. Do you need help with your bucket?
Oh, Thanks for the offer. Aren't you the shepherd?
I'm a shepherd. My name is Sebastian.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Maggie, and this is Joy.
Hi.
We need to get our bucket of water back to the market.
I'm sure I could carry it if that would help.
I think it would. I'll run ahead and let our family know you're coming. I'm sure we could share our lunch with you.
You don't have to do that. I'm just happy to help.
And we are happy to share. You cannot refuse our hospitality.
No, I suppose I cannot.
I'll see you soon.
I can carry the bucket myself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Oh, are you going to market too?
Yes, I have some things to buy, but nothing to sell this time.
Oh, are you getting something nice or just the usual, you know, food and stuff?
The usual? That's funny. Yeah, I normally just get food, supplies, and stuff.
Really? My family's the same. We're farmers, you know.
Yeah, my uncle has a stall, but he does not have as much land as you guys.
Really? You've been to our land?
Of course, you guys have the best apples. Miss Margaret, could I talk to you for a second?
Oh, Sam, you can call me Maggie. I'm sorry that I ignored you earlier. What did you need to talk about?
It's okay, and you can call me Sam. Then, Maggie, I was hoping you could help me with my business. I would like to expand, set up another cart, or travel more. I know that you have a great deal of knowledge on business and wondering if you might help me.
I would love to help you with your tinker business, Sam. I have so many ideas. Would you like to come to dinner with the family tomorrow?
Yes, I really appreciate the help.
That's enough, Max. I don't think we need to lay it on so thick out here.
Your Majesty, I would like to thank you for your example of generosity earlier.
You're the young shopkeeper. I thought you didn't approve.
I'm sorry, I was too focused on money, and I've come to realize that money is not the most important thing, and that people matter a lot more.
That's a wise thing to say. Thank you, young lady.
She's
Not a lady, sire.
And what is she, Helen?
I don't think your steward here has the same opinion.
Of course she does. She's family, after all.
Do we need to discuss this in front of a farm girl?
Maybe you're right, young lady. She does seem to be a bit snobbish, doesn't she?
Snobbish? Sire, we are royalty. We are special. We are not just common folk. That's just the way it is. I'm being realistic and practical.
So if you were king or queen, how would you treat common folk like me?
Well, just as you need to be treated.
And how is that, Helen?
Common folk need to learn their place and do their work without complaint. It is the responsibility of the common folk to care for the land and to provide for the crown's needs. Everyone knows this.
Provide? Are you suggesting that the common folk are taking care of me?
No, I'm simply saying that you're not taking advantage of your position. If you required money from the townspeople, then you could gain a lot more.
Helen, we've been over this. I don't need more money. The country doesn't need more money. If we started taking more money from the common folk, they wouldn't be able to provide for themselves. I'm happy with the way things are, and so are they. Your suggestions and your way of war will just hurt our people and our way of life.
So, are you saying, my king, that you wouldn't trust Helen here to take over the kingdom for you?
I suppose not.
Now see here, Charlie.
Stop right there, Helen. This is my kingdom, and I get to choose who is my heir. And from this moment on, you are off the list.
But I'm your cousin. I'm your heir. You can't just do this. There are rules.
There are rules, and I will follow them to find your replacement.
I'll get you for this, Charlie!
Take her to the dungeon.
You dare. What? Pleasure? What will I do?
We wanted to put her away for a long time.
Thank you, young lady.
It's Maggie, Helen.
Thank you, Maggie. I think you may have just saved the kingdom.
Well, I'd rather like our kingdom the way it is.
Me too, Maggie. Me too.
But I do have one thought, though. Do you have a moment?
Certainly.
Have you ever considered getting a minister of education?
And they all lived happily ever after.
Until an evil fairy appeared and be quiet! The end. Alright, this is the end. Alright, we'd like to welcome our sheep to the stage. Can everybody give a big round of applause for our sheep? Next up, we have our village children. Next, we'd like to introduce and welcome our beautiful fairies to the stage. Let's hear it for those fairies. Next up, we have our speaking fairies. Next up, we'd like to see our farmers. Let's hear it for our farmers. All right, next we have our guards. Let's hear it for our queen's attendants.
Would like to invite the mayor up here on stage. All right, well, he's coming up. First off, we would like to thank all of you for coming tonight, and we have many, many of you who have volunteered so much time. So if you have had any involvement in this show, crafting, painting, sewing, building props, hanging up, stage, anything, will you please stand up? a show with 200 kids. And the reason is because you guys make it possible, so thank you. We also would like to thank a couple of our student directors. We have Ann Hegeman, Allie Rigby, Kelsey Rigby, Brietta Clarkson, and Thane Watkins. These are still students. They did choreography, they led groups, so let's hear it for them. We'd also like to give a special thank to Hillary Frisbee. She's standing back here by a tree. She has been here for hours and hours and hours painting, usually with a baby on her back, so thank you, Hillary. And to Douglas Hale, if he could stand up, he wrote and arranged a lot of this music. He's been here almost every day helping kids learn their songs. And now we'd like to welcome to the stage Marianne Hale. She's the director this year. Marianne and her husband and daughter wrote this play. They wrote all the words to all the music. Everything was directed and put on by Marianne. So hundreds and hundreds of hours. Thank you, Marianne. Next we have our assistant director, Lori. Lori Hopkin moved to Nibley last year, and she hopped right in with 2 feet. We put her in charge of everything that we didn't want to do. All right, next up we have Christy Johnson. She's usually hiding backstage. Christy is our stage manager. She's in charge of props. She's in charge of all of the magic that you see here. Christy, come on up. Next up, we'd like to thank Desta Watkins. Desta, I think I saw you in the audience. Desta was in charge of all of our crafts, getting all of our props made, just in charge of all of these things. So thank you, Desta, for your hours and hours and hours. All right, next up, we'd like to welcome Kay Sweeten to the stage. Kay has been here, and along with other practice pianists, Kay has performed all the music in tonight and last night's show. Thank you, Kay. Then we'd like to welcome Shelby to the stage. Shelby. Shelby did almost all the choreography with the exception of the sheep, who were choreographed by an 11-year-old, Kelsey Rigby, and the fairies, who were choreographed by Allie and Ann Hegeman. Next, let's hear it for Alana Darrington. Alana has spent hours on these beautiful costumes, you guys. Don't they look amazing? And also we have Bonnie Darrington. Bonnie, I know you were up here earlier, but without Bonnie, we would have no money to put this show on. So Bonnie arranges all of that. She's our grant writer. She keeps track of all of that. So Bonnie, along with Nibley City, our Rocky Mountain Power Foundation, Utah Division of Arts and Museums, the National Endowment for the Arts, and the RAPS tax. So thank you for all of the funding that we get. Thank you guys so much.
And of course, thank you so much, Emily Rigby, who makes all this happen, production manager. Thank you so much, Emily. We appreciate it so much what you do.
All right, before you go home tonight, there is a big lost and found pile by front of the building. Shoes, backpacks, tons of jackets. Take a look as you walk past. And let's hear it one more time for these amazing kids.